my I look like Tom Hanks on that island. You know?
Oh, yeah, no. We'll just get you a guitar. You look like it's ZZ Top.
I'm like, man, that would suck. The shit that goes through my head now, man, just nothing else. Like, I'm tired of TV, you know?
Yeah, you get sick and tired of TV.
God, man, there's just so much TV I can take. And then it gets to the point, like, I just pull the guide up and I'm just pissed off at the guide.
Yeah. Now, there's one cool thing is Fox Sports 1 has been playing a bunch of old NASCAR races.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
And I told you I watched that little, 3 movies marathon of
John Wick.
old James Bond.
Oh yeah.
James Bond, and that was kind of cool. It's like I told you. I'm sure for the time, man, that was like state of the art, but that was so poorly done.
Well, it's bless Ian Fleming. Do you realize? If you think about it, if you realize during the beginning of Bond to the end of Bond, Moneypenny got younger.
Yes. Like, what? Nobody caught on to that. Like, maybe we should stop doing this.
Yeah. Should have started with a young Moneypenny and moved her up to old or something like that. But no.
Nope, not the case.
Got to give out.
It was just, there was a lot of weird things about it when you watch one of them now. These were the hot ticket movies back then too, you know?
I got to give a shout out to a few podcasts, and thank you podcasts, because it's kind of become my new TV a little bit. I've been diving a little deeper into podcasts, and I want to thank a podcast called Door Bumper Clear. It's a NASCAR podcast, but it's done by 3 spotters that spot for different drivers, and it's their take on the race. So it's done from a completely different perspective, and they come back every week and talk about the race. Well, now they're spotting for their guys in this NASCAR.
I didn't even think about this.
Yeah, so they're still reporting their stuff from the race. It gets in, and they're doing it just like us now. We're on the Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
We can see each other. We can hear each other. It's pretty clear. And that's how they're doing the show with each other is on Discord. Same thing with the Dale Jr. download. That's turned out to be pretty cool, and they're doing interviews on Discord as well. Actually, they're not using Discord. I think they're using Wish. Not Wish.
Still, though, I mean, like
Worm, something like that. I forget what the hell it is. I've got it. I've got some bitch in my Zoom is what.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are using that now.
Yeah. But they're still able to do the podcast, and the podcast is just as good. The audio is kind of shit.
Yeah,
they don't have our audio mastery of us being apart and still being able to sound like butter. Right, but from home they don't speak into as much quality as we do. I mean, our equipment's our podcast equipment's top notch. Top notch.
Like I said, we never get into cheap hobbies.
No.
Why?
No, we could. I could have grabbed a small child off the street and put him in a junior dragster, and gone to the Tulsa Speedway and spent less money
than what we've done on this stuff.
Yeah,
small fortune between podcasts and like photography stuff.
Well, but I mean, we could record a band here. We can also, we've got portable equipment as well, where we can sound almost as good and take it completely live anywhere.
I'll be glad when this is like that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get out of the damn house and podcast somewhere.
Yeah, we'll take it on the road and do a show. Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah, we're celebrating COVID-19 free day at Walmart Neighborhood Market. Because I just want to see Shiner get into a fight, and I'll just call it when it happens. Remember the wrestling stuff? If not, it's like I want to say it's like episode 39 or 38, something like that, 35. Wrestling. If you guys have not heard that podcast, is freaking hilarious. Go back to it. It's a live wrestling event that we did. Except the wrestling was done by
midgets. It was awesome.
It was crazy cool. And then that cowboy, whatever his name was, he was putting down liquor like a 6'6" football player.
He was about 3'4",
if that. And I'm telling you what, that dude was putting down beer like a pro, and was holding his own too
for quite a while.
And then just that last one, and
put it all into play.
Oh yeah, and then it was just like what you would see on The Wizard of Oz or whatever kind of movie it was from back in the 40s or 30s or 50s. You know, where the midget gets conked on the head and they're just kind of willy-nilly just kind of spinning around on the floor a little bit. That's exactly what he was doing, except for there was no birds or stars flying over his head.
That's the only thing that was missing.
Yeah, so we were watching. We were hoping he would go away, and he did. They finally got him out the front door, but we were having so much fun laughing about this.
Didn't a bunch of other, like 2 or 3 other midgets come in and scoop him up?
They did. It was like it was like a like the regular bar. 2 midgets get in a fight. And then, like 3 midget paramedics come in, scoop him up scoop him up and take him out. That's exactly right. The other midgets had to get him out of there.
The other midgets came in and scooped him up.
Oh my God,
man, that was such a fun night.
That was so dope.
And we filmed an episode of 420 Eats while we were there too.
Yeah. Sad thing is yesterday they had to close the doors.
I bet.
They had the kitchen and they were doing orders out of the kitchen. But it just, if you're spending more for people to be there than you're making food, shut the door.
Yeah, this is hammering.
What experts say that if we stay in this till the end of the year, if it stays similar to this to the end of the year, 60% of restaurants, doesn't matter if they're franchised or mom and pop's place, 60% of the restaurants are going to fail. Gone. Then what?
Man, they're taking a beating right now.
Oh, a major ass whooping.
I see, like all the restaurants in Tulsa that I follow on Instagram. I mean, every day you can tell they're just trying anything. I mean, anything they can think of.
Oh, I'm saving my money right now. I mean, anything I got in retirement and all that mess, I am saving it religiously, because if we do take a major downturn in the market, property values are going to sink as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, I want to be in a position where I can buy some properties, especially if they are commercial properties in, areas like 71st and Lewis, something like that in Tulsa. I could take a McDonald's and turn that into a laundromat, kill it.
Yeah.
But because of that location, I can't make the money from a laundromat that I could from a burger joint. So that's one of those properties that you buy and you sit on it and you wait till somebody's ready to come back and build and put a restaurant there in a couple of years, and then your $500,000 investment worth $2.5 million, and you make your money and go on.
Well, that's the plan then.
Yeah. Except for I don't have $500,000 to invest.
I wonder how long it's going to be before these stimulus checks start hitting.
I don't know.
Because if this lasts 30 days, I mean, I can see it lasting longer than that. If it did, and those started hitting about that time, I think the economy, there'd be a lot of spending right out of the gate. I think a lot of people.
Yeah, but the people
certain habits are going to just look at that as free money and.
Yeah, but here's the effed up thing about that, and this goes down the mentality of why you're in the situation you're in. Not you personally, but
right.
But so the household is going to get $2,400 plus $500 a child. So let's say you got 3 kids, so that's $1,500 plus $2,400. That's $3,900, right?
Right.
Almost $4,000. But the people who blow their tax return and don't have anything to show for it are the same people that's going to take this check and just blow it on crap and not even do anything important. I mean, if you're going to blow it on crap, get hookers and cocaine. You're not going to have anything to show for it, but you will have some memories.
There will be those people, dude, that take that and just...
Yeah, but you don't need a 120-inch damn LED TV on your freaking wall.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think the economy, people will spend, if these checks hit about the time people are getting off of quarantine, yeah, people are going to get out and spend them.
But there's people that are going to be foolish as hell with the money, too. If we get a check, great. Right now I don't need it, so it'll just get put away.
For a rainy day.
Mm-hmm. One day I might need it. Or I might just put it away and hang on to it because, as you know, we live in America and nothing is for free. Guess what's going to happen next year on your tax return? That money that they gave you? Remember that? Yeah.
We got it back.
Yeah.
Ha.
Nothing's free.
Just think about that. Isn't it strange that we just came up with like a couple $1 trillion to do this? Like,
oh yeah. It's
like, where did that money come from?
What did it come from the printer?
like that was bizarre.
It came from the printer. Did you all of a sudden have $4 extra trillion in gold sitting in a vault?
That's what I'm saying.
To back the dollar? No.
Doesn't anybody find that a little strange?
Yeah, it's super strange. It's like it's like overdrawing from the bank, except for you own the bank. So who
just
cares?
think about that. They just went in over a week or whatever it was. Hey, we need a couple $1 trillion. Okay, here's the bill. Let's hash some of this stuff out, and then there's the $1 trillion. Where did that come from?
Need a couple trillion, no big deal. Okay, let's sign this right here.
We have that big of a slush fund somewhere?
Promise to pay. Blah, blah, blah. Well, as usual, I'm not able to pay this. Okay, well, can you pay this? Well, no, that's way too. They're going to pay back $200,000 for $2 trillion loan or whatever. I don't know how that works, man.
It's weird.
I just do know that if you don't have excellent credit and you got to go out and get a loan, you got to back that loan with some collateral. And unfortunately, where's the extra $4 trillion in collateral? What is it Louisiana? Is Louisiana the collateral?
Yeah, I don't get this, man. I don't see how they did that.
Is Texas the collateral? I hope it is. Texas will buy itself out.
No kidding. They've been wanting to get to succeed for a long time.
Oh my gosh! And they're the perfect state. When I say the perfect state, they have the climate to grow everything.
Yeah.
Right? Including grapes and wineries. They have seaports.
Yep.
They have rail service. And they have...
That'd be fine.
Yeah, and they're also bordered by another country. So, there's negotiations between Texas and that other country now. So if that other country wants to bring in supplies to the United States... Well, you got to go through Texas first, Holmes. It's going to cost you. Yeah.
Dude, that's the... Speaking of costing and this stuff, have you seen these people that are trying to sell masks for like ungodly amounts of money?
Yeah, it's stupid.
My brother said somebody was on Facebook and posted that she had X amount of masks and she'd sell them for like $25 a piece or something like that. I'm like, what? Why aren't you taking those and giving them to a hospital?
Yeah, this is a pandemic. You give, you don't sell.
You don't gouge people for stuff. That's ridiculous, man.
Dumb. But I remember back in, I don't know, it's 2006 maybe, 2005. I want to say it's 2006. Hell, it might have been 2007. I'm not sure which one. But we had an ice storm here in Oklahoma. And I lived out on the lake at Fort Gibson Lake, and we could not get into town. And where we were on Fort Gibson Lake, is there was a a viaduct road that you had to drive across. Well, that got you north of town, and then you had to go south on 69 to get to town. You couldn't even cross that viaduct road. It was just it had 2 inches of solid ice on it. And if you went off to the left, you were going in the lake. If you went off to the right, you were going in the lake. Right? So everybody was stuck there for a good minute. And I lost a whole bunch of trees. And we were out of power for like 15 days. And thank God I had a